Summertime is heating up at Global Voice Broadcasting. Hot music, hot talk, and hot topics. All day, every day, 24/7. You don't want to miss a minute on Global Voice Broadcasting. Welcome to the world of Cabarabia, the world where Broadway, jazz, comedy, and pop share the spotlight, and a 2-drink minimum. With your host, producer, director Clifford Bell, keeping the world safe for live performances in intimate settings on Global Voice Broadcasting.
And welcome back. This is our 4th show here at the Global Voice Broadcasting, and I just got an encouraging nod from Kathryn Gallagher for my opening sequence, so I'm very excited by that. Welcome. Anybody who's just discovering us this week, Cabarabia is a weekly 50-minute examination of live performing in 100-seat venues where you can be up close to music, comedy, storytelling, and I'm super excited about today's show. The subject matter is singers-songwriters, young singer-songwriters, and I'm going to have a hard time with my hyperbole disease today. I know, because I'm going to try to fight it back. Because in the studio today, I have some of what I think are the most impressive young people around. In the studio, we have Kathryn Gallagher, who is a singer-songwriter who is gaining a lot of attention around town and all over the country, actually. She's about to be featured in a new movie that's coming out. We have Polaris Rose, who's about to release their first debut EP and video. And not in the studio, but pre-recorded interview and a video clip with Molly Chapman and Sarah White. So some of the best you're going to see. To get started, let me introduce you to Kathryn by way of showing you a video of her. I've known Kathryn for, I think, just a little over 3 years now, and I've known her since she was, her work ethic has been astounding to me. This is a girl who, she's everywhere doing everything, and you see how it pays off because she's getting more and more artistic, more and more masterful, and more popular with every time I see her. So I'm going to give you a little clip of her song.
Sober, so sober. You're calling out with your eyes, shaking hands with your lips. Try and catch up, so I swing my hips. Saying funny, saying lying, but I'm bluffing, I'll admit. I know I'm killing it. All I wanna say is take me home tonight. We'll say goodbye come the morning light. All my girls will be jealous, and your bros will give you props, and you don't need a pizza like you're gonna cop. Catch me. My ex to my left's looking at us all judgmentally. Must be jealousy. You grab my hand, say it's chilly. You pace it over, you quickly beating hard. You tell me about your mom and your guitar and everything else from turtles to scars. But all I wanna say is take me home tonight, and we'll say goodbye come the morning light. All my girls will be jealous, and your bros will give you props, and you don't need a pizza like you're good at cards. Haters gonna hate and my players gonna play, but I don't give a shit if you take me home tonight. Yeah. Me home tonight. I know my mama
Yay! That was Kathryn Gallagher. Haters gonna hate and players gonna play. I have to say, it's taken me 35 years to learn that. And you know it in your very early 20s. It hurts me. Kathryn Gallagher.
Yes.
So I've seen you at the Whiskey.
Yes.
I've seen you at Bar Lubitsch.
Yes.
I've seen you at Room 5.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit how you got started.
Well,
very young.
Yeah, I recorded a few songs with a singing teacher when I was 13 years old. I put them up on MySpace, and then when I was 14 years old, a producer wrote to me and started recording my original songs, the songs that I'd been writing and kind of had never shown anybody. And so I had this bank of songs that I was recording, and I didn't have anything to do with except for like put on MySpace and get myself in trouble with boys that detected my secret codes that were not so subtle. And so I wrote to every venue in LA, and Craigslist things, like I was going to play not like a wedding, but like a bridal dress fashion show. And I was like, yes, it's a dream job. Score. And then the Whiskey wrote back to me, and they booked me for my first show when I was 15. And then I played there all throughout high school, which was great because it was all ages, and that was great. And then I went to USC, and I would play the shows on campus and for sorority events. And then I started kind of branching out more into the LA scene and with Room 5, and I have a great relationship with them, and Hotel Cafe and Bar Lubitsch, which I just played last month, and I'm playing September 10th, which I'm super stoked about. Yes.
I loved it there. I'd never been before.
It's so fun.
That was cool. She had a birthday party there.
I did. I did.
And it was packed.
It was
You're
nuts.
always packed. They're always packed.
Oh man, but there's that anxiety right before a show where you're like, no one's coming. It's gonna be me and my mom. Like that's what I convince myself that's gonna happen.
Well, fortunately, your mom's a lot of fun. So
she is. She's if there's gonna be just one person, I hope it's my mom.
It should be your mother.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Exactly.
So, tell me a little bit about the movie that you're going to have your song featured in. That's awfully exciting.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, the song, it's called Damaged, and I wrote it a few years ago when I was a senior in high school. And we were at a family dinner, and a friend of ours was telling the story about when she was younger, and she had just gone through a terrible breakup, and she walks in the door, and she goes, with her friend and her friend's boyfriend, her friend's boyfriend looks at her and goes, you know, some people, they're just too damaged to really ever love again. And I was like, oh my God, that's me. I'm 17 and that's me.
And that's you.
17,
right.
never had a boyfriend. Like, I was like, that's me. And so I went home and I wrote this song, and I sent it to her, and she knew about it, and she asked me to sing it at her wedding. And she's a movie producer, and I sang the song, and her co-producers and everybody was like, we'd really like to try this out in our film. And I was like, okay. Sounds great. And so it actually happened, which is like the rarest thing, I think, in this industry and this world to have things actually happen. Yeah,
exactly.
It's so shocking. And so that film, it's called Thanks for Sharing. It's Mark Ruffalo, Gwyneth Paltrow, Pink is in it, which I'm so excited about. Josh Gad, Tim Robbins. I mean, it's the most amazing cast. Stu Blumberg, who wrote The Kids Are All Right, wrote it and directed it, and it's so good, and it's coming out September 20th. The soundtrack will be out the week before.
Very exciting. Before I'm going to show a clip of the song, I want to share something else that's a little personal memory between you and me. As I said, I met Kathryn a few years ago when she was much younger.
Yes.
And even though she is an extraordinary songwriter, and that's what she's definitely getting acclaim for, she's also an amazing singer, and a singer with a soulfulness far beyond her years.
Thank you.
So I do this thing. Every year for the last 15 years, I've been having birthday parties for Barbra Streisand. And now she hasn't come yet. But she knows about him. I've heard that she knows about him, and I get amazing, great singers, known singers that come, and everybody wants to sing a Barbra Streisand song. So I had just met Kathryn, I think, and I said, "You got to come and do this thing." But what Barbra Streisand song am I going to give Kathryn, who's a rock and roller basically? And I said, "Prisoner," the love theme from Laura Mars. Now, anybody out there in the Barbra world will know how hilariously funny that is. So this is Kathryn. few years back.
Oh, yeah.
Young. I mean,
Yeah,
a
high school
kid,
days.
high schooler.
High school days.
Rockin' Prisoner from the Mars. Hit it. All right, that was Ryan Potts jamming on the guitar
Yes,
there.
so good.
Excellent.
So good.
And Kathryn, I thank you for being so game for it, because I'm
Oh, my
sure
God,
when
yeah.
when I asked you, you were like, oh.
I get very excited when I'm asked to do things that are outside of my comfort
The
zone.
box, as
Yeah,
it were.
I loved doing that.
It was fun. That was
Yeah.
Catalina's jazz club, if you
Yes,
didn't
yeah.
recognize it. Okay, so now let's show. This is a live performance. What is
Live
this
performance.
from?
This is 2 years ago, I think, at a gig, Room 5, maybe Hotel Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the song Damaged.
Yes.
That's going to be featured in the movie.
Thanks for sharing. Out September 20th.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm rolling on my sleeves again. I'm playing our game again. See, I know how this will end. Oh, it's raining again, like it has time again. See, my heart won't seem to quit, 'cause we were holding in that hole.
And let me just add my woo to that. I hope we're not too damaged. The perfect wedding song.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. It's just I just wrote it for, you know, my wedding essentially. I think it's just really
All of our weddings.
Sums up hope, right?
Indeed. Well, congratulations for that, Kathryn.
Thank you so much.
Hang out, and we're going to introduce our next guest now. I'm so excited to have these two in the studio with us. I think I will introduce you to them after I show you a little clip of this fun video. They have spent the last month getting their new EP ready and filming a music video to accompany it for a release in September 17th, which happens to be my birthday. I will consider it a birthday present. And this is a little trailer for the behind the scenes of the shooting the video. So hit it, Gabe.
Sing, I know you're singing to me. Serenade my cool nights with the traffic roar. And when you sing, I know you're singing to me. Serenade my cool nights with the traffic roar.
Yay, the new song Chartreuse by Polaris Rose. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the world premiere of that 30 seconds, was it not? Yes.
It was.
Welcome. So Polaris Rose is also known as Peter Ewen and MADDIE Elyse. Hello, you guys.
Bonjour.
Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about the name?
Polaris Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were working on a record called Painting the Universe, and at the time we were calling ourselves Kid Hollywood, which the name never really sat well. We came up with this, we were working on the song called Polaris. We knew we needed to change our name, and I think I was just wandering around the house once in some sort of caffeinated stupor, and I came up with the name Polaris Rose.
All right. Caffeinated stupor.
It's caffeinated stupor. In a totally nerdy way, I liked it because it could have like two different ways of interpreting it. Either Rose was the noun and Polaris was the adjective, so it's a Polaris Rose, some sort of rose, or it was Polaris, the stars, rose in the sky, and Polaris is the noun. So I'm a nerd for stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, much too intellectual for me, my friend. Much too intellectual for me. You know, I have the show that was filming in front of us when the guests were leaving from that, and we were coming into the studio. One of the gentlemen said, "Oh, hello, good people, welcome." And then as he walked out the room, he said, "Hello, attractive people." So
He was talking to you.
we have some
I think it was me.
nice-looking folks in the studio.
He tapped me on the butt. It was a little,
Well, there you go.
it was a little
This is
awkward.
Cabarabia, man. Yeah, welcome aboard. I have to tell my 2-second anecdote. I'll be quick because I want to get a lot in. But the very first time that I invited MADDIE and Peter to be in a show, I invited them to be in a show at the Catalina Bar and Grill that I was doing. And I, for many years, have worked with a band where I have a very handsome male bass player named Nate Light. And And Maddie and Peter came to do their bit, and at the time they were playing where Peter would play the guitar and Maddie would play the bass. So she showed up to the gig in 9-inch high stilettos and a little teeny skirt, and she's quite gorgeous, as you can tell. And at the end of the night, the bartender came up to me and said, "Hey man, you got to hook me up with that bass player." And I said, "Oh, I know. Every week, everybody wants to meet Nate." And he goes, "No, the chick." So, I'm so used to people wanting to meet Nate that it never even occurred to me he meant the girl. So anyway, that was my very first experience of Peter and Maddie. So tell me how you guys met.
We were both out in Boston. I was going to school, and Peter was trying to be a rock star. And we went to a mutual friend show, and we happened to meet, and the rest is history.
Now, you went to Berkeley, correct?
I did.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Berkeley was amazing in the sense where I met some really incredible musicians and people in general. And it was one of those things where I took out of the school what I wanted to take out. I learned a lot. I had great professors. I made great friends and still have a lot of those relationships today.
And you graduated. We
Barely.
were laughing.
Barely, but yes, I graduated.
Which I guess not everyone does, right?
They say if you stay past your first year, you'll become nothing in the music industry, but I've found to the contrary with a lot of my friends.
But you made a very personalized path of it.
I did. I jumped around a lot of different majors. I started out as a performance major, then I moved to songwriting, then I moved to business, and I wanted to graduate, so I ended up in pro music, which was a build-your-own major, and I felt that was probably the best decision for me.
So, Peter, tell me what this new EP means to you, this whole launch of this new thing.
The EP?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a lot of songs kind of in like a vault that we're going to use and release, and we have like what we consider our first 4 records made, and they all have a certain theme and whatnot. So we knew we wanted to put out something that was kind of an introduction to what we're going for.
Mm-hmm.
So we plucked songs from the different albums and put together these 4 songs that are going to be on the EP.
Excellent. And you've been doing a lot of press for it the last few weeks?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of indie blogs. We just did an interview this morning. We have another podcast next week, and we're going to get some radio play, and it's just really, really exciting time.
That's so great. I know that since you've been living here, I know you've done a lot of work for publicists and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of work on the back end, working with No Doubt and Muse, and my last one was LL Cool J, which was exciting.
Yeah.
Not really my genre.
So nice to be the person in the front
Yeah,
at this stage of the game, I would think.
You know, the video was the big thing. I've been a PA on multiple shoots. And to be in the opposite role, I didn't realize how tiring it was and how hot you got and how sweaty and how much it hurts to walk in heels for 12 hours.
Actually, about 2 weeks ago, we shot the music video for Chartreuse, and we were on a rooftop in downtown LA. And we were playing for about 12 hours straight, and it was so hot, and we had jackets on, and it was. I lost a lot of weight that day. I felt great. It was like Bikram for me, but it was with rock, and that was good for me.
So I want to show the folks a little of you two playing live. This was an acoustic set at one of my shows somewhere along the way, and it's a beautiful song. You can get to see Peter and Maddie in action, Polaris Rose.
But we would like to play just one more tune. It's a song about a little boy who's in love with a girl. He doesn't know what to say. The song is called Starlight, You Know My Secrets.
And that was Polaris Rose, Peter Ewen, and MADDIE Elyse. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah.
Hang out. We'll talk again in a little bit. One of the things I've learned that's different about the nightclub world from internet satellite radio is that we have sponsors. So I built a couple little segments here where we could promote a few things. So this next section I call Cabarabian Nights. And I'm going to start with a few songs, a few upcoming events that I've produced. Last week we featured Beverly Mickens' Party Pack, and it was a huge hit. We had a really fun night the other night, and the next one is going to be on September 26th at the Complete Actor Space. And then this next show I want to take a minute to tell you about the Cabarabia Spotlight. I've been doing something called the Cabarabia Spotlight. We actually started at the Cinegrill at the Hollywood Roosevelt 13 years ago. And we've continued to do it over the years, and we're about to have our 13th year anniversary. And I wanted to do something special this year, so I've invited the hosts of all the popular ongoing open mic type variety nights around town. I have Beth Lapidus and Mitch Kaplan, who run the very hip Uncabaret. I've invited Ryan Black, who does Ryan Black's 88s at Don't Tell Mama, Kate Pazakatakis from the Standing Room Only, and Carrie Kelsey, who runs the Singers Open Mic at the Gardenia. And we're going to celebrate the 13th anniversary of and I don't know that the five of those people have ever been in any one thing together before, so it should be super fun. And we're going to do it to raise money for a grassroots fundraising campaign that I've started with my very good friend Bells Wordling, called Songs for Isabella. And we help a beautiful young girl named Isabella Vahanian and her family. Kathryn has been in several of them and did your own, actually.
Yes.
You did.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
cool.
So
I
fun.
so loved that you did that.
The greatest family.
Really wonderful people involved, and always. So that is September 28th at the M Bar. And then the next night we have Clifford Bell Here and Now. That's another one of my variety formats. My life ambition is to just give people a stage, so I do that. Clifford Bell Here and Now is a variety format that will have a few guests. And this next one I'm going to have the owner of Global Voice Broadcasting, Mr. Todd Murray, who is also known as Dreamboat Todd Murray professionally. He's not known that professionally, but everybody called him that. I had Greg Brady, Barry Williams was at a show once, and at the end of the night he goes, "I want to meet Dreamboat Todd Murray." And Lauren White, who was here, a guest a few weeks ago. Quinn Johnson is going to be the musical director for that evening. It's going to be a cool evening, September 29th. And then I'm so happy. This is my plum gig at the moment. I'm so very proud of this. A woman I work with, Joanne Tatham, we just premiered her new show, Soundtrack New York, music from movies made in Manhattan. And it's about to perform at the Cafe Carlisle. We got the groovy gig at the Cafe Carlisle October 3rd and October 4th and October 10th and October 11th. And as if there wasn't enough of an embarrassment of riches just to have such a classy environment for such a classy show, the opening weekend we're going to have Billy Stritch as the musical director, and the closing weekend we're going to have Ted Firth as a musical director, which anybody that's been listening to something called Cabarabia knows that that's the top of the top. It doesn't get better. And then my last one here is October 6th. We're going to be remembering Rick Starr at the El Portal Theater. For anybody involved in the theatrical community of Los Angeles or New York, we lost a very, very dear patron saint who was the manager of Hollywood Sheet Music a few months ago, our beloved Rick Starr. And so we're going to have a mega memorial for him at the El Portal Theater on October 6th, so at 5 o'clock. If you remember Rick Starr, please come to that. Also, playing around town, not things that I've produced, but things that I think you'll enjoy. Robin Spangler. Robin Spangler won the Broadway.com award Best Female Artist of the Year. She has a tribute show called Why I Love Linda Ronstadt, which I think is about to take on an entire new meaning and depth and importance. And I had a little conversation with her about it the other day, and we're all holding Linda Ronstadt in our prayers. And it's an exciting time, I think, for Robin to be able to do this tribute show, because it's a very loving look at the music, the extraordinary scope of the eclectic range of what Linda Ronstadt sought to do. and Robin serves that up beautifully. And she's about to do it in London, which is very fancy. London, Tuesday, September 3rd. Why I Love Linda Ronstadt, starring Robin Spangler, and at the Pheasantry in London. And then my last playing around town is Shelley Markham. Everybody knows Shelley Markham, one of the most acclaimed musical directors in the world of cabaret. He's Andrea Marcovicci's main collaborator. He's just released his own CD, and they're going to do a new CD release party for it at Don't Tell Mamas in New York in November. So, and then Shelley and Andrea are going to be my guests here in the studio on September 23rd. So I look forward to that. All right, so back to my young singer-songwriters. You know, my mother used to always say to me that I had an eye for the stars. And for as long back as I can remember being like an 8-year-old kid, and I could watch the TV and see who was going to be a big star. And I always knew, and I'm telling you, heed my words with everybody I'm showing you today. This next person is just 17. And she was to be here with us today in studio, but high school called her in for an important thing, so I grabbed her and was able to film her earlier in the week. But I'm going to start off by showing a little clip of her from the Whiskey, so please welcome to the show, Molly Chapman. And that was Molly Chapman performing her original song, Nice Guy, at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Very nice camera setup they had there. It's cool they do that.
Very
nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Molly, welcome.
Hello.
It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I've been hanging out with Molly. I met you about 2 years ago, I think, at Catalina's, I remember. And about a year ago, we did our first little evening at the M Bar together.
Yes.
And since then, from the beginning of this year, you have been a house on fire. Tell me about some of the places you've played.
Well, I've played at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Yes,
a couple
as
times.
we just witnessed.
Yes.
Several times, right?
Several times, yes. The House of Blues, the Voodoo Lounge at the House of Blues.
Yes.
M Bar, Catalina.
Yes.
And I did an evening with Beverly Mickens.
Yes, our party pack.
Yes.
At the Complete Actor Space.
Yes.
Yes, Beverly loved you so much.
I loved her.
Isn't she wild?
Yes.
She was our guest last week. Yeah. So, Molly, tell me, how long have you been writing?
Well, I feel like I've always written poems and just loved, writing down lyrics. But my first song that I finished was Sticks and Stones when I was about 13. And from then on, I just kept writing.
And you're quite prolific. How many songs would you say? I mean, we can do a whole hour, basically, with your music, basically, right?
Yeah. Finished, I would say, or in progress and finished, probably like 25.
Wow, good. And you just have had an exciting summer. Tell me about what you've been up to.
Yes, I went to the Berklee School of Music for their 5-week program, and it was amazing. I worked a lot on my performance skills and theory, musicianship in general, and that was the bulk of my summer.
What do you know now that you didn't know before you went?
I think I know more about who I am as an artist and how to feel comfortable on stage and singing with others. I've never been in an environment with so many musicians that are my age. And so that was really eye-opening.
And a lot of talent there, I would imagine.
A lot of talent, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your Facebook posts saying, oh, they're not too talented here.
Yeah, no, it was incredible.
We also, we did a benefit at the M-Bar about 2 or 3 months ago now. Tell us a little bit about that. That was a crazy night. You got a bunch of your girlfriends together.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was called Teens Helping Teens, and it benefited the Los Angeles Youth Network, LAYN, which helps homeless teens and runaways and foster kids get back on their feet and provides them with what they need to be successful.
I've heard from so many people since we did that night what an amazing organization that place is. So many people whose lives they've saved, and they do amazing work. They
do, and I have so many talented friends, and I just thought that I needed to give back, and we need to give back as, privileged kids. So it was great to be able to bring all that talent and do something, for the better.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. It's nice that you said that, because Molly goes to one of the very nice schools around town. I think I shouldn't identify it, but one of the very nice schools about town. And when she first said to me, I have these 12 girls that want to do this evening, I thought, oh, brother, what is this going to be? And I'm telling you, one right after another, where each one of them was stunningly beautiful and so talented, and they packed the joint and raised a ton of money, and it was amazing.
It was.
Such a great night. And we're going to do it again.
Yes, I'm so excited.
December 8th. I think we have the venue, but it's not signed yet. So, but everybody keep an eye out for December 8th in Los Angeles for the next installment of that.
Yes.
Anything else coming up? I know you just got a call from Whiskey, but a date you can't do. Back to school, right?
Yeah, back to school, college applications.
Yes, that's our girl, ready to go to college. All right, well, I think that's our time right now. So thank you so much for being here, Molly. I got a little more business here to do at the Global Voice Broadcasting. Time to do the classifieds.
Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. All right, we're back. And, this week I decided not to do the classifieds, and I'm not bowing to peer pressure because everybody hates the name of it. I want to talk to these people so much that I want to be economical with time. So I have one thing I want to share with you in this section. There's a beautiful short film that a friend of mine, Mark Saltarelli, has directed called Remember to Breathe, and it has been in 30 film festivals worldwide, winning honors everywhere, and it's about to make its Los Angeles debut at the LA Film Shorts on September 6th at 1 o'clock, and I just want to share this trailer with you. It's very beautiful. Nope.
You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it again. Miss Alice Martin, you look like you're about to meet friends for cocktails at the Waldorf Astoria.
I never live in the past, dear. Do you know that my name was on both sides of the marquee on Broadway? My name was Alice Martin.
I'm not the real thing. She was the real thing.
You have to be able to sing anywhere, any place, and under any circumstance.
The important thing is that you're doing it. And what if she's better than you ever were?
Impossible. I was a star.
You made me love you. I I didn't want to do it.
I loved you so much.
Didn't
I
want to
know.
do
Why
it.
else would I still be here after all these years?
Come on, sweetie. It's almost showtime.
Got the brand of kisses that I die for. You know you may
Last night was a momentary lapse.
love you.
Alice, give us some of that old magic.
Go away.
Thank you.
I love that so much. Go away. It's so me. We're going to do a profile of the making of that in studio here in early October with Mark and some of the stars of the film. So that'll be really exciting. I have one more person I want to share with you who's not here at all because she's off to college. But this was one of those magic nights. It was a Songs for Isabella evening that Kathryn was a part of as well.
Yes.
And a friend of mine, Bells Worldling, actually, who I mentioned earlier as helping me create Songs for Isabella, mentioned to me, you should ask Sarah to sing. She doesn't ever do it very much, but you should ask Sarah to sing something she's written. And I said, okay, I love Sarah. Let's do it. So Sarah went on the stage, and without really having done a lot of this at all, that's what was shocking about it. And she was so magical. She sang this song. This clip is from a couple years ago. I have newer versions of it. I have better produced versions of it with her older and more confident and more done. But looking through everything, I thought I wanted to show that magical night when she just kind of very shyly got up and sang this incredible song she had written that nobody around her had really heard yet. So, this is Sarah White.
Have you met the Jones? They sit on cornerstones and count their pennies too. I'm sure they'd like to meet you. Have you met the picture perfect Jones? Janice sits inside her room, smelling all that sweet perfume, waiting for the phone to ring. She don't know he's wandering. Johnny's got a game tonight, standing by a cold street light. Hurry up, they need you there. Not that you would even care. And you could be so good for them. And I'm waiting for you. Come on in. Jackie cleans the kitchen floor Tuesday morning while it pours. Feels like order rules the world while faces break and hair uncurls. And you could be so good for them. And I'm waiting for you. Come on in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. They'll be waiting at the door. Set your bags down on the floor. Have you met the Jones? They sit on cornerstones and count their pennies too. I'm sure they'd like to meet you. Have you met the picture perfect Jones?
Sarah White. Sarah White. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this week. Peter and Maddie, Polaris Rose, anything you want to say as we go?
Well, I guess I just hope everybody checks out the EP. You know, we did it all ourselves. We worked really hard. We, brought in some folks to play drums and help us record vocals, but we mixed the record ourselves, wrote all the songs, did everything, and we really put our heart and souls into it.
And it's going to launch on September 17th.
September 17th.
Which is what? My
birthday.
birthday. All right. And Kathryn?
September 10th at Bar Lubitsch if you're in LA.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing out September 20th. Soundtrack and music video a bit before that. If you're not in the area, find me on Twitter. It's Kathryn
But
G.
you'll be on the red carpet.
I will. Yes.
Pink will be having to wait till you're done talking to the people.
I think I'm gonna stalk her. She's too cool. She's too cool.
Well, thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
admire you all so much, and I guarantee you people watching, talk to me a year from today. You'll know these names. Thank you for watching Cabarabia. Thank you, Trisha Trippett, my associate producer. Thank you, Gabe, my trusted engineer here. We have great shows coming up with Michael Levine, the king of sheet music in New York, Eli Brueggemann, the musical director for Saturday Night Live, Mark Winkler, a very popular jazz artist, Karen Benjamin and Alan Chapman. A lot of really fabulous people lined up to come and visit us here at Cabarabia. Thank you to my friend Todd Murray for letting me have a home here. And see you next week.
And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows
Thinking about how cool it would be to host your own show just like this one? Well, Global Voice Broadcasting can make it happen. Whether you are in the Hollywood area and can take advantage of our state-of-the-art studio, or want to broadcast from the comfort of your own home, GVB will take care of the technical stuff so you can do what you do best. Host a show that's all about you and your passion. Whether it's music, self-help, inspiration, or entertainment, you are welcome at GVB. Just drop us a line at info@gvbradio.com. Again, that's info@gvbradio.com. We'll show you how easy and crazy affordable it is to have a professional show with great sound and HD video quality. Come to the GVB family and get started today. Global Voice Broadcasting. Planet Earth is listening.
The shows just keep getting brighter on Global Voice Broadcasting. Shows about
Remains lay smoking, crawling little by little like I hardly breathe. Unprotected, Still the sky